And chat, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are going to continue with the main story quest at long last. Sup, Minda? Sup, Danny? Yeah, so everyone knows, Minda is feeling sick, so we're getting text-only Minda today. So it'll just be Danny and I on the call. Speaking of which, unmute. How's it going, dude?
Hello.
Hello.
Enough, I suppose. All things considered.
Yeah. Excuse me. Hi, Milena.
Hey, Milena.
But yeah, as I said yesterday during the Outer Wilds stream, I've got my medication back. I am wide awake, motivated, energized, and ready for more.
Good.
There we go. Do. Transfer all of your exhaustion to me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Melinda's right next to me. And Minda. Everybody knows where I log in.
I am in the gold saucer. I was just getting my fashion report coins.
Oh, nice. Melinda got a 10k. All right, last shot for me to get a 10k. Hey, 10k. All right. Bring the controller back. All right, what were we doing? Mother of Exile. Speak with Momody. Too old, I
am just gonna pay a quick visit to the free company house so that, like, I don't know who's actually visited it recently, so I just want to make sure that we don't lose it.
Oh, if we don't visit it, it'll go away?
Yeah, it's like for every 45 days we need to visit at least once.
Oh, dear. All right.
So I'll just reset the timer.
Agenda for today is MSQ. We've put that off for long enough. I want to progress and get to Heaven's Word as soon as possible.
Can we arrive at roughly the same time?
Hells, why didn't you say so sooner, Lore? Course I'll help. You couldn't have picked a better day, to tell the truth. A wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow, see, but just sent word they can't come, meaning I've got a boatload of foodstuffs and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. Haha. Go and call on Fridery and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said to ship the little prince's order to the Wakened Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them those letters. That should set them straight. exchange.
If you just head to the zone area to the right of the exit of the sands.
I'll learn the layout of Ul'dah one of these days.
To be fair, I'm one of the few people that actually knows the street names here.
Oh yeah, I've got to start doing the leveling classes again soon. I've put that off for way too long. She's in the business of feeding refugees now. I ain't normally one to question Mistress Momity's judgment, but that doesn't seem wise to me. I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man what can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry. Oh, shut up, dude. My, that's a rather odd request. Mayhap you misheard her instructions? You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it, you mark my words. Oh, what is with these assholes? Alright, back to Momody. Gotta love Ul'dah, yeah. I make my home at the Thaumaturgist Guild, but the rest of it...
I do love Ul'dah, but it's got issues.
Oh, yes.
Of all the places in Eorzea, even though my mansion is in Gridania technically, I still kind of see Ul'dah as being my home here.
They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now go and tell Lady Yugiri it's all in hand. Oh, right, the Doma refugees. That's what we were doing. I dare not hope for such magnanimity. God damn it, Lore. Much less expect it. Mistress Momody is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. Sup, Shorty? Lady Yugiri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you will be pleased with his reply. We have been granted an audience. Before the Sultana and the Syndicate both, we should return to the Royal Promenade at once. You have done much for us, Master Alphino. I swear we shall return the favor. Naught is owed, Lady Yugiri, for naught has been given. This small favor you fairly won with your words, and it is with words that you must win the favor of the Syndicate. Then I shall choose them with care. You will be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalatable will be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us on the Royal Promenade. Speaking of Flame Generals, I should do a hard mode playthrough of Fire Emblem Three Houses one of these days.
Alfie may be a bit up his own ass, but he's also, you know, a sweet kid.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Alright, what's the closest... Nope, not the map, the quest. Closest...
You'll want to teleport to the Chamber Rule.
Still need to play Three Hopes? I can't afford to get Three Hopes. I should finish it. Or at least finish the demo. Because the first part I posted got like 300 views on YouTube. I was very surprised. But I guess I did post it when the game, when it had just debuted. Whoops, wrong way. You definitely need to finish Base 3 Houses, Milena. It's so good. I'm thinking that if I can't afford to get Fire Emblem Engage in January, which is still up in the air, I may do a crowdfund for it. You know, crowdfund $60, but still. A pleasure, Corporal Weaver. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting. What is with the dunce cap?
Are you Giri of Domar?
Oh, voice
I'm
acting.
To meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri.
She absolutely cannot see Yugiri past that giant metal turtle on the table.
Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Domar, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty.
And that did not go well.
Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the purge.
I was going to say, I hope it's more than the one ship.
It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow.
Aren't the Aura like the least or second least most played character race?
No, they're actually quite the
Pray
popular race to play
understand,
as,
we do
because I
not
mean
beg a boon,
they look like
but
dragon
propose
people.
instead an arrangement.
Fair enough.
We would serve as
The
soldiers or
least
traders
played tend to be
until our
Elizon and
debt is
Rogadin.
repaid.
Rose, really? Huh.
Especially female roles.
What are the syndicates?
People lack appreciation for the finer things in life.
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot. And
Oh
there
God,
are
Lala
parts of the
facial
city
hair.
which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
Hey, if it gets him moving and gets him doing the right thing, I'll take it.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Lord Loreweaver?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees.
This voice should not be coming out of a Lalafell.
It's Cam Clark,
They
Liquid
live
Snake.
hand to
That's
mouth,
oh, that is Cam
subsisting
Clark.
on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I
Shuffling
do not
literacy.
deny.
People say
But we
shit's
are hardly
gold.
in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception?
I
Your
cannot
Grace?
wait to get
I
the
am
better
suddenly
voice actress
reminded
for
of a
her.
similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes. The law is the law. And so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Loreweaver.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than Gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future.
Oh, is this guy a casino owner?
Ul'dah's greatest asset is
Not
and
Lolorito,
has
the
ever
other guy.
been her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage hath fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote.
Yeah, runs the Silver Mirage
To
Casino.
accept the Doman refugees or not.
Yeah, we're 11.
Those in favor,
Reputation's
I
good.
bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Yeah, get the fuck out. It's just gonna show him taking forever to walk past the table on his little Lalafell legs.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, Little Alamigo would now be thriving.
Wait, that was Godbird in the robe?
Yes!
What the fuck?
It was the most dressed you will ever see him.
Yeah, that's completely out of character.
Circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
And he walked out on these refugees. What an asshole.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Loreweaver most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
What a bunch of asshats. Oh, I get paint for that. Lovely. I'll take the bronze pieces. Thank you. As Lord Loreweaver goes, so goes the Syndicate. It bears repeating that Lord Loreweaver does not speak for the Syndicate. Well, he seems to. The others harbor doubts, I will allow, but in time they shall see the error of their ways. My people could not endure another long sea voyage, but if Ul'dah will not accept us, what choice have we? Prone to violence and criminal activity? Who is he to speak of us thus? Are we to be punished for sins we may never commit? Yeah, he's a real asshole. Did they not hear Lady Yugiri's pleas? How could they turn us away, knowing what we have endured? As you observed, Loreweaver was not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Oft have I wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. I will waste no more words on him, not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone, follow me to the Hall of Flames. Buy the Aetherite.
There's now Ra here with blue hair that almost looks like Shadow the Hedgehog in its shape, called Wakasmira. And just like, if you're going to call yourself that, why are you not going to go the way with the character appearance? It walks away now.
Where? Ah, here we are. The Syndicate has spoken, and I see no point in moving that the matter be reconsidered. The Monitarists have made their position clear. Agreed, Ul'dah is not an option. Nor are Limsa, Lominsa, or Gridania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs. Which leaves our Doman friends confined to a ship. Gods, the thought of them huddled in an airless hold with no hope of better treatment. Would that I had more time to find an alternative. A place not bound by the concerns of the great nations. Gee, I wonder where you're about to think of. At the risk of distracting you with side quests, you should probably pick up that blue quest. Alright, remind me in a sec. Minfilia. That is precisely what I wish to discuss. I understand the Syndicate's decision. I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it to be under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time? A week, mayhap, or even just a few days? Excellent. I shall keep you informed. Lady Yugiri, I have a proposal, if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphino. The headquarters of my order, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, stands in a place called Revenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lacks the comforts of more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of Revenant's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they have need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands. Hard labor, lest you doubt, with naught save food and shelter by way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself proposed, Lady Yugiri. Though I will not hear a word said against our beloved Ul'dah, Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us all, we shall gladly accept. Well, Minfilia better get negotiating then. Master Alphino, once again I find myself in your debt. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life your people go to is one of hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. And before that, there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Revenant's Toll, which will be no small feat considering the distance and their present condition. Mayhap the Ul'dah Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there anon, Lore. Lady Yugiri, if you and your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the immortal flames can provide. So this blue quest from Swift the Flame Commander? That's not a dungeon, is it? Because I want to save starting dungeon quests for when I'm going to do them.
Oh, I believe it's one of the beast tribes.
Oh, okay.
Peace for Thanalan.
A pup no longer, or peace for Thanalan? Peace for Thanalan, alright.
Yeah, pup no longer is PvP.
Ah, gotcha. Yours is a welcome face, Corporal Weaver. I have a task for which one of your impeccable record would be well suited. Though perhaps campaign would be a more fitting description, given the sheer commitment this mission demands. As you are well aware, the inhabitants of Thanalan have long suffered the hostilities of the Amalja. The Lizardmen have been quiet for a time, chastened by your victory over the Primal Ifrit, but once again the Beastmen stir. There has been a resurgence in kidnappings, and in greater numbers than before. Matters have grown so far out of hand that the local garrisons have petitioned us for reinforcements. That is why I wish you to lead an extended action against the Amalja and put a stop to these raids. Report to Commander Giselbert, head of security in Little Alamigo, and he will brief you on the details of your duty. Alright, quest accepted. Speak with Alphino at the Adventurers Guild.
You can't see messages that have been paged by 1 second timeout, can you?
Correct.
Cool. Good, because somebody basically just jumped in, dropped a spoiler, and left.
For some reason my emote isn't loading on your screen, but I'm being a dork pick in Discord. Thanks for the directions then. We are concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey to Revenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Molmedy has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such time as they are ready to set out for Mordona. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength. Yep, jump on the streamer for the typo in the group chat.
Obviously.
What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught the immortal flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. Why'd you nod, then? Were it a smaller number, mayhap it would go unnoticed. But the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordona. There's a lot more than just the one ship full of Domans that needs to go to Mordona. When government fails to act, the responsibility falls to us private citizens. I will engage the services of the 77 caravans on the Doman's behalf. Very well. We should begin contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. After all that has befallen these good people, it is the least I can do. Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Ul'dah, Lady Ugiri. And you in Revenant's Toll, my lord. Well, it sounds like we all have work to do. Lady Ugiri, let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we?
Mahmoodi's the best.
I would entrust the task of escorting our Doman friends to you, after you have rested on your own road-weary legs, of course. What say you? Escort quest, but not really. Strength, dexterity, crit. I will take the Hero's Ring of Aiming, thank you. Da-da-da-da-da. Ugiri's game? Alphino has a mind to send you to Vesper Bay!
Wait a minute. Somebody in the background on that quest preview is T-posing for a set dominance.
I didn't notice. Whoops.
I'll share it in the group chat.
As we speak, the Domans prepare for departure at Vesper Bay, wherefrom they will be transported by carriage to Ul'dah. That said, this has all been decided rather suddenly, and it would not surprise me if the refugees required some assistance in coordinating their preparations. Lore, I would have you return to Vesper Bay and facilitate the process through tasks great and small. In short, whatever must needs be done, do it. Speak with a man named Hosen when you arrive. As Lady Ugiri tells it, he has been designated the leader of the first group.
I bet I posted a screenshot.
Huh, yeah, that is a T-pose, for some reason. Pray return to the waking sands! I only have 2 Aetheryte tickets left. Ugh, I can smell their stench on the wind even here. Look at the quest in your own quest log with J. See the quest image in your own game. Huh. Right, I forgot about that. Greetings! Alphino informed me that a scion would be arriving to help with the preparations. I am honored to meet you, though shamed as well. A great warrior should not be tasked with such trivialities. Hey, it's important work, asshole. Hi, I knew from a glance what manner of woman you were. I too have some skill at arms, as do many of our people. Yeah, but I bet I could kick your ass. Pray forgive this trifle, but might I trouble you to help round up the children that have been given into my care? They are most adept at staying hidden from my sight, but perhaps your keen eyes will succeed where I have failed. Also your giant ears, which can hear things a mile away. You have my thanks, friend. Pray, seek out my son, Yozen. He can tell you more. So you got revenge on the world for being named Hosen by naming your son Yozen?
Well, at least he's got his hermit with him. I swear if there's not a quest called Hosen Alone, I'll be very disappointed.
Ah, up there. Okay. Oh, hello there. I'm Yozen, son of Hosen. Will you be coming with us to Ul'dah? I hear we're traveling by horse-bird-drawn carriage. But don't you think they're queer? Giant birds that people ride like horses? I still want to try riding one, but... What's that? You're looking for the others? Don't worry, I already told them to get ready for the carriages. I'll need your help, though. We were just finishing a game of hide-and-seek. 3 players are still in hiding, and since Lady Yugiri told us to take it really seriously, they won't move until they're found. But Vesper Bay isn't that big, so I bet you can find them in no time. Yeah, weird that they finally name-drop horses.
I mean, one of them's very, very easy to find, literally staring at it from the last quest.
130 hours in, we get our first mention of horses. I see you lazing about, Minda.
Horsebed is also a response to a reference to a bit of a controversy that happened once. Like, there was like, I can't remember if it was 14 or if it was 15 or something, but there was something that mistranslated chocobos as horsebeds, at which point everybody started getting angry at the idea that they were changing the name of chocobo to horsebeds. Like, they went.
Not just any localization in the Japanese version. In reference to the original 1.0, Sanctferum says.
Ah.
Alright, where the hell are these kids? I'm not seeing any... Aha! There's one up there.
Yeah, like I said, that's the one that you can see right from the starting position.
How'd you find me? Ah, guess I need to practice more. Or maybe you're just good at this? I mean, the Garleans didn't find me. Oh, that got dark in a hurry. I could fly around looking for them, you are correct.
Back in my day, we had to do it all on foot. You young whippersnappers.
Hey, there's one. Hey, you're not Yozen. Who are you? I'm Koharu. Loreweaver, eh? I didn't know anyone else was... Wait a minute. You're one of those, stallions, aren't you? Stallions? Oh, he's talking scions. No, scions! Scions! Then you must know Lady Yugiri, right? Isn't she great? She's really good at hide-and-seek, too. Oh, right. It's almost time to go. Nice meeting you, Loreweaver.
I like the implication that Yugiri takes time.
There's the last kid.
Yuri takes time out of what she does to play hide and seek.
Yeah, that's sweet. Are you playing? No fair. Yozen didn't say anything about adults. Huh? We get to ride a horsebird carriage? I don't know. It sounds scary. But if Yozen says it's safe, I'll go. Hey, where'd your homie go, Hosen? Wonderful! All the children are accounted... Hide and seek? I see that you are curious. It is quite simple, really. Lady Ugiri thought it best that the children know what to do in case the Garleans found us. I should hope that those days are behind us, but I nevertheless take comfort in knowing that we are prepared.
Dark.
Yep. The first caravan is due to depart shortly, followed by the rest at regular intervals. My family and I, including my stubborn old father, Homie... Wait, that was your dad? He didn't look like your dad. We'll be traveling in the lead carriage together with young Koharu, whom I believe you've already met. Though I understand the road to Ul'dah is regularly patrolled by your brass blades, it would give us great comfort if you would agree to accompany us on our journey. Once again, I thank you for your kindness. When you are ready to leave, please inform our coachman. Eager to be off, are you? Aye, well, I was meaning to have a word with you about that. Runner from the Blade says we might have a problem. A fierce-looking beastie's been sighted south of the bridge to Hammerley. Might be as someone's eyes are playing tricks on him, of course, but it don't pay to gamble in this business.
Yozen's complaining about how stinky the chocobo are.
Now, I know you can handle yourself in a fight, but this lot here's another story. So, I was thinking you might go on ahead and have a quick look around, make sure the area's safe-like. And if you come across anything dangerous, you know what to do. When you're satisfied the way's clear, meet us outside Horizon. The Blades tell me the road there's safe, so I reckon we can make it that far on our own. Assuming the self-same bastards don't try to rob us, that is. Ugh, Grandfather is so lucky. These horsebirds smell terrible. Oh, it's just so fluffy. They sure are, kid. And they definitely stink. Alright, let's see the map.
What game established that this smell? Because they've been consistent about it ever since.
I don't know. Chocobo's debuted in 2, right?
Yeah, but there was absolutely no law behind them. There was just a chocobo in a forest near Cashuan.
Eye upon you. Just the one? Hey, it is an Ahriman. I thought so.
Oh, look, another Ironman.
Oh, down here. All right.
Oh, my carriage is smaller.
They have wings, so does that mean they can fly? And does that mean we can fly if we ride one? In the lore, no. In gameplay, yes. Which do you think would win in a race, a horse or a horse bird? It pleases me to see you well. Come, let the coachman know we can continue onward to Ul'dah. I must say, that was a surprisingly pleasant ride. Mayhap the journey to Revenant's Toll will not be so bad after all. I guess he does look older. As old as this art style lets people look. So there was a beastie. Was being the operative word, eh? Haha. Well fought, madam, well fought. Ah, if only I were in better health, I should have been proud to stand at your side. Pay my son no mind. He forgets that his responsibilities preclude acts of daring do. Be that as it may, I cannot help but envy you. Had we been able to call upon heroes of your strength and skill in Doma, things would have been very different. Definitely. But we cannot change the past. Those who fought and fell are forever lost to us. Lost but not forgotten, Lady Ugiri's kinsmen least of all. They fought fiercest, though they knew full well it was in vain. She had every right to walk away, yet she chose to stay. Food, shelter, the promise of a better life, all this and more we owe to her. How does one even begin to repay such a debt? In kind, Father. To she who has given everything, we shall give our all. He's got a little mustache. I hate his little mustache. I hate it.
You have a lot of issues with facial hair in this game.
Whatever work there is to be done, we shall do without question. Ditch digging, brick laying, it matters not. Revenant's Toll will grow and prosper by our hands. Cut a quest where you could get the old man a cloth so he could stomach the ride. Yeah, I can see why they got rid of that. Hey, Miss Lore, Koharu and I want to know why you became an adventurer. Did you just knock your grandpa over? To gain power. I mean, I guess it's in character to say to gain power. The 2.x patches, Revenant's Toll actually grew. Ooh, cool. If you recall, these were the same options from the start of the game. Oh, I think I do remember that. What did I answer? Was it to gain power?
You did, because you were thinking about Ralga. The wither of the wild rose blooms is a new option, and I've just clicked it and you get. So you like roses? I think I understand. I mean, they're nice and everything, but don't they grow in lots of places?
I'll answer in character to gain power. I knew it! That's what I told Koharu, but she didn't believe me. It's my turn now. Excuse me, Miss Lore, I've got a question. What's Revenant's Toll like? Is it pretty? If you like purple skies. It's a bustling outpost frequented by countless adventurers. It is a bastion of civilization in a harsh and unforgiving wilderness. It is home to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. It is a stone's throw from an imperial castrum? Well, I'm not going to tell the kid that. I'm not going to tell the kid that.
I'm glad they've retrofitted the method of dialogue choices that Shadowbringers introduced, which is having the shaded bar at the bottom with the options. Before it used to just come up in a normal sort of option box.
Yeah, this looks much better. It's interesting because it makes you think, has your answer changed since becoming an experienced adventurer? Ooh, yeah, that is an interesting way to look at it. The asshole answer started. I'm not going to tell him it's a stone throw from an Imperial Castrum. Or well, her, I guess.
If she says it to her, she goes, "You can't fool me. No one would ever be stupid enough to live that close to a castrum."
I'm going to say... Well, it's home to the Scions now. We've been there for like 5 minutes. That's not really a good descriptor of Revenant's Toll. I'm going to say it's a bustling outpost frequented by countless adventurers. You mean there are lots of people there who are just as strong as you? Oh, kid. No, there aren't. Oh, I can't wait. Enough, Koharu. It's my turn again. Miss Lore, when I'm older, I want to be strong like you. What do I have to do? Seek out new experiences and adventures.
I'm just going to confuse them with Rowena.
Of course, to be a better adventurer, you need to go adventuring. So you get it. All right. That's enough questions for Miss Lore. Hey, no, I'm happy to answer these kids' questions. Engage in capitalism is a bad answer, yeah.
Yeah. Kahara just says, I don't really have any money, but maybe Dad will give me some.
Aww. That's not fair. Why does Yozen get to ask 2 questions? I want to know about adventuring just as much as he does. Just one more, please. Do you think I could be an adventurer like you one day? Yeah, sure, kid. Just gotta work at it. I wasn't gonna go there, but you did.
You're welcome.
Really? Then I will. Thanks for the advice, Miss Lore. I won't forget it. I'm going to be an adventurer too. When we get to Revenant's Toll, let's make an adventurers guild for Domans. We'll protect our friends and punish the wicked, just like Miss Lore and Lady Yugiri. Yeah, just like Miss Lore and Lady Yugiri. Yeah, these are cute kids. We can talk more about it in the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us? So this is 2.2, right?
Yes. Through the Maelstrom. Each patch has a name.
Mind letting Master Alphino know we're here? I need to stay with the birds. I bet they could keep out an entire legion with those walls. Well, they did for a while. Would you look at that? How many steps are there? 100? I'm going to count. Hey, if it keeps you occupied, kid. It will be good to sleep in a proper bed for a change, even if it's only for a night. Final Fantasy XIV news. Yesterday they had a live letter talking about what's coming up in the next patch. Most of it is late game and or spoilery stuff, but there are some neat little things coming too. Ooh, cool. Like what?
They're bringing in new deep dungeons, you know, Palace of the Dead kind of stuff.
Cool.
Okay, I was going to count the steps if I got bored.
They're gonna let us swim in the lake around Wanderer's Palace? Huh.
Oh, nice.
Mia Ow. Ah, it's a cat girl. Mia Ow. Cute. They're adding more housing wards too. Okay, cool. 1,800 new houses per server. Damn.
Nowhere near enough, but that'd be nice for a handful of people.
So someone in Novice Network named Mewing Cat Scene.
I just walked past a player called Aloe Vera.
As in aloe vera?
No, just a aloe vera as in the
As in the plant?
plant. Yeah.
Well, that's a waste of a good pun.
Oh man, if you're a British, you would just instinctively know at this point about a character in Coronation Street called Vera, and since it was set in the north, every time somebody said hello to her, we tend to drop the H's, so it was every time it was aloe vera.
Ah.
It just became like something you just understood innately through cultural osmosis at one point.
The 80 Sins of Sasimo. Sasimo being a royal princess who was accused of treason by her older sister, the Sultana. She was forced to walk 80 steps 80 times for 80 days and collapsed on the 79th day and died. That's the story behind the 80 steps outside of Ul'dah in Western Thanalan. Well, that's horrible. Ah, Lore, I take it the first group has arrived. Excellent. Is there aught else? No, I have matters well in hand here. You and Lady Yugiri should travel to Revenant's Toll forthwith. It is past time Lady Yugiri met with the guild representatives in Revenant's Toll. Since I do not foresee any further matters arising here in Thanalan which might require your personal attention, I would instead have you serve as an escort to the Doman delegation for the duration of the journey. Speak first with Slafborn upon your arrival. Make sure to make fun of his name again. He loves it when people do that. He is the one with whom the Domans will be working most closely, I should think. Afterwards, introduce Lady Yugiri to Minfilia and the guild emissary. If both meetings go well, the resulting ties should stand the Domans in good stead for that which is to come. Safe travels, Lore.
You should have Revenant's Toll as your return point, so you can get there free.
Yep. We are ready to depart at your earliest convenience, but say the word and we shall follow. Aloe Vera is a lore-correct row name? Ha! I haven't used the return function in a long time, so it's really interesting to see the different effect. Yo, Slafborn. And this must be the esteemed Lady Yugiri and her associates. I greet you all as friends and bid you welcome to the toll. I hope you do not find our dearth of fineries off-putting. Poor though we may seem, we have a wealth of spirit and camaraderie to spare. You see, race and creed don't enter into it here. We welcome all sorts, provided they are willing to earn their keep, of course. We are no strangers to hard work, Master Slaffborn. You may rest assured that we will carry out your orders with due diligence. Oh, not for a moment did I doubt your commitment, my lady. Pray understand, I give the same speech to all new arrivals, and you needn't bow your head or call me master either. We are both frontier hands as far as I'm concerned. As you wish, Slaffborn. May this meeting mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship.
She's as disappointed about his name as you are.
Oh my god, he's got a Hitler stash.
You and facial hair in this game.
This one's not on me. That's a Hitler stash.
A little bit wider than a Hitler stash. But I see your point.
Our guests have yet to meet the antecedent. Seven hells, Lore, why are you wasting time with me? See them to the rising stones. Pray, return to the rising stones. Wait, what? Oh, I talked to Yugiri first.
Whoops.
To whom much is given, much is expected. Forgive me, I require a moment to compose my thoughts before meeting with your leader. We shall join you at the rising stones anon.
It's so much nicer having the rising stones than waking sands.
Yeah, I already like it more. And hey, I love adventurer towns. So this is my favorite settlement so far.
I believe everybody has new things to say as well.
Ooh, alright.
They're in different positions at least.
I wonder what herbs and spices they use in Doma. Maybe there's something I could add to my special tonic. Oh? Getting crunk, are you, Tataru? Eorzea may be a land of many cultures and creeds, but I nevertheless suspect that the Domans will struggle to adapt. O ye of little faith. As is the case with other distant lands, I have heard rumors of mysterious magics and martial arts. I dare not lend credence to these tales, but I cannot help but hope that some are true. This little thing, it's nothing compared to what the Domans have endured. So many youths these days fail to understand. You're like 30. Fail to understand that it is incumbent on everyone to help those in need. That's why it's so wonderful when young men like Hoary Boulder rise to the occasion. You're like 35. You don't get to grandma us.
I mean...
Oh, Ida's all alone. Papalimo's abandoned her.
Mikote do have shorter lifespans.
Oh, do they? How long do they live?
I'm not entirely sure, I just know it's not as long as most of the other races. The longest lived are Vieira, followed by Elazan and Lalafell.
Did they really sail that half-rotted ship all the way from Othard? Isn't that dangerous? What if it had sprung a leak? Well, they had to take their chances, Ida.
I'm just imagining the ship coming into port, but it's just a sail above water, and they're all
Pirates of the Caribbean style.
Oh god, yeah. But also kind of Wallace and Gromit style, like when the sheep are on the motorbike and they're just in formation.
They live 50 to 60 years, damn. She is grandma now, I guess. 'Tis no use. Our attempts to reach the students of Baldesion continue to meet with failure. Urianger has explored other avenues of inquiry, but they too have yielded naught. We will persevere, of course, yet within our hearts the truth is clear. We are but awaiting confirmation of that which we already know. How fare the Domans? I am given to understand you were kept quite busy in Vesper Bay. Mayhap you question the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains unresolved. No, I don't question that at all. Why would you assume that? I should not blame you if you did, nor would I deny that this matter falls outside our normal purview. Be that as it may, I could not ignore the plight of these refugees, not when it was within our power to help them. Lady Ugiri is here. Please, show her in. I should very much like to meet her. We have no objections. Pray do so with our blessing. So how'd they find out she was a Mikote? Did they take off her hood? Is she modeled under the hood?
Actually, sure, actually.
Your answer pleases me beyond words, my lady. But are you quite certain? We have no way of knowing how many might answer my summons. In the event that Revenant's toll could not accommodate us all, we would need to find an alternative solution.
Yeah, the Galleons actually use Ellison models with Huron heads, obviously modified to have like
the eye. Yeah, they can tell just from looking at her animations. I see. Should that come to pass, we will find it together. If you take her hood off with a monoveer, you can see some weird Mikote stuff. Huh. As ever, it has been a pleasure, Antecedent. Alas, we must take our leave, as the first carriages are due to arrive at any moment. Should you require aught else, pray speak with Slaffborn, Lady Ugiri, Lore. I am amazed that none here knew of the War of Succession until we arrived. Have you truly heard naught of what has transpired? No, hey, you're the first source of news we've gotten out of the Empire in a while.
Yeah, they weren't very chatty when we chased them out. Actually, that's a lie.
That is such a lie, Danny.
Gaius was very chatty.
He had so much to say.
And yet, almost nothing to actually say.
Lamon and I will make all the necessary preparations to ensure that our Doman friends feel at home upon their arrival. Though I must admit that I am still troubled about the matter of the missing crystals. Y'shtola should be returning anon with a report from a field. Oh, joy. Mayhap you could wait here and speak with her upon her arrival?
How goes the fishing?
Oh, voice acting.
Slippery?
Aye. Our suspicions were well founded. The Serpent Reavers are indeed the culprits.
The plot thickens.
Has there been any movement in Thanalan?
It has been blessedly quiet. Which is to say the Amalja are being no more or less of a nuisance than usual, summoning Ifrit with such crystals as they have hoarded.
Do I have to fight him again?
Urianger, too, reports not out of the ordinary.
Then we have our explanation.
Your explanation for what, pray tell?
For the recent spate of crystal thefts in Thanalan, we naturally assumed that the trail would lead us back to the Amalja. Yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
Vilbrand? There have been reports of increased Sahagin activity of late.
Oh, we get to fight Leviathan, don't we? Ooh.
Oh god.
I'm getting the weirdest
They
stereo.
mean to summon Leviathan?
Yeah, this cutscene is weirdly mixed.
No, I'm also watching
Whilst
the cutscene.
conducting our investigation on behalf of the mineral concern, we came upon evidence implicating the Serpent Reavers. With the aid of the Maelstrom, I was able to verify our suspicions. 'Tis only a matter of time before Leviathan returns to harrow the seas. But there is more. One of the Sahagin, an elder by my judgment, spoke of attaining the gift and knowledge of eternity.
Oh, crystal seizure time. It'd be really funny if everyone here had the echo and we all just passed out at the same time.
Such a disturbance in the
Slumber
ether.
party.
If I did not know better, I should think this device defective. And there is the explanation.
Oh, what the hell are you wearing on your head?
Soon it shall begin. Our Lord
Or is that your head?
Midst surging waves to wash away the finless ones. And I shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity, and with the emissary stand equal. Then shall I know no cessation, no oblivion.
Oh, God, this is so horrible to listen to.
Whence comes this promise of immortality? The emissary? We have outstayed our welcome.
The gift and knowledge.
Are the two of you quite well?
You've seen this
had
happen
that
before,
vision, did you
Y'shtola.
not? Even before the Sahagin made mention of the emissary, I recognized Elidibus's words. He is behind this. But surely it is not within his power to grant the echo.
Well, that would be
My
interesting.
lady, unless we act swiftly, Leviathan will rise again. The Admiral has already requested that we intervene to prevent this. Failing that, we are to attend to the Primal's extermination.
She will have our full cooperation. Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa.
All right, let's go do
I
a
mean to
bunch
play a
of
part in this mission.
filler quests before
Tataru,
we fight Leviathan.
Pray, take charge in my absence.
Yeah, Tataru's the leader.
My lady, are you sure this is wise?
I am aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with mine own eyes. The true nature of the echo.
Ooh.
Very well. I shall not stand in your way. On the condition that you permit me to accompany you as bodyguard.
So Thancred's
Your
got a double
company is
tattoo.
ever
Does that mean
welcome,
he's earned
Thancred.
2 PhDs?
No, it's there's
I take it something
there's different
ill
ways
is
for it
afoot.
to be displayed. Like sometimes for some people it goes all the way around the back of the neck like an Ida.
Aye, a Primal is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
Primal?
A godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land. We scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to put an end to their kind.
Tataru goes mad with power and takes over the Rising Stones. Hey, it would be welcome.
I see. Know then that I am learned in the arts of war. In return for the kindness you have shown my people, I would lend you my blade.
It would be most welcome. When contending with a primal, one can never have too many able allies. If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problems facing Eorzea, this experience is like to provide it. Be sure to come well prepared.
It bothers me that the writers have seemingly forgotten that, or like they continually forget that the primals can temper people at will, and so the only person who it's safe to have in the arena fighting one is me. We always bring these people without the echo. It's only a matter of time before they get turned.
They never really get too close, though. They're helping us prepare rather than getting involved directly.
Garland and Alphino were right next to me when Garuda tried to temper me. Plainly, should the worst come to pass and Leviathan is summoned, our only recourse will be to face him in battle. Given past experience, you may very well think that eventuality inevitable. Yet so long as there is even a chance that the primal's return might be prevented, we must needs bend all our efforts toward achieving that goal. Before we do aught else, let us hasten to Limsa Lominsa and meet with the Admiral. She will not have been idle in the intervening time, and will doubtless have valuable information to share. All right, to Limsa. They haven't forgotten, it's just a risk people have to take because people with the Echo are relatively rare. Sometimes you just have to throw a lot of bodies at a primal and hope somebody gets a killing blow before getting tempered. Yeah, but I hate to be callous, but we're not risking random soldiers here. We're risking people with power and import, like Garland and Alphino, who have tasks to do outside of just getting into a fight. If they get tempered, we lose a huge part of our capabilities.
But there are also people who signed up knowing the risk and willing to take it.
Zanfael. You are expected. Pray, take this lift to the command room.
So, this room you just entered, I have seen players fighting the final boss of Heaven's Ward, but for some reason it was glitched and loaded up in this room instead of the actual arena.
That's weird. How'd they manage that?
How'd they
manage to win that?
With great difficulty, because it was also stood outside the bloody window. Oh, and they couldn't leave because the exit spawned outside the window as well.
Welcome, friends. I take it Y'shtola has apprised you of the situation. Let us waste no time, then. According to our best intelligence, the Sahagin had not crystals enough to summon their god. Alas, we did not count on the Serpent Reavers venturing as far as Thanalan to supplement their cache. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. Needless to say, I am not inclined to let the fishbacks have their way. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom makes ready to launch a large-scale operation to thwart the summoning, and we would welcome the Scion's support in this endeavor. But if, gods forbid, our efforts should come to naught, I will need to trouble you for more than mere support, much as I did when Titan last walked these lands. That's what I'm here for. Lady Minfilia, I am given to understand that you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front lines. I can only assume that you have sound reasons for doing so? I do, Admiral, but I would rather not be drawn on their nature. I will say only that there is something I would see with mine own eyes. Is that so? Well, I am not so stubborn as to deny the wish of one whose aid I require, but precautions must be taken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let us speak of the operation. Lore, Maelstrom scouts are currently reconnoitering Sahagin movements within the Sapsa spawning grounds. Upon completing their mission, they will return to the operation's staging point at Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make your way there forthwith, that you might be apprised of the latest intelligence. Commander Falk Breda has charge of the garrison. Well, let's just teleport out of this room. To Airport! Excuse me.
We've got wine pot, we've got ale pot, but given that this place was founded by pirates, you would really have expected a rum pot somewhere.
Are you going to load in? Let's talk to Thancred while we wait. This area has been altered beyond recognition. 'Tis sad indeed when the places of your past may only be visited in memory. I can't go in the door. Ah, up there. I've been expecting you, Scion of the Seventh Dawn. On behalf of the men and women here, I thank you for your cooperation. The safety of our citizens is paramount. With your aid, we will prevent Leviathan's return. As you may already know, Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to reconnoiter the Sapsa spawning grounds. Though it pains me to admit it, the Maelstrom has never faced a foe the likes of this before. We must proceed with all due caution. Among other things, they have orders to determine where Leviathan might emerge, assuming it comes to that. And yet, their return is long overdue. I fear that ill may have befallen them. For better or worse, we must ascertain their fate. If it is not too much to ask, I would have you aid us in the search. 5 scouts ventured into Sapsa, all told. Here, take this flask of restorative to tend those who may have been wounded. Though it pains me to even consider the notion, if they have perished, circumstances permitting, I ask that you recover their bodies. By no means venture too deep into enemy territory, however. We can ill afford to lose you at this juncture. Oh, I can handle myself, don't worry. Dun da 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 dun. Dun da 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 dun. Oh, this is a cool looking place.
Shells.
Oh, I'm still in the air.
You were trying to land in a pool of water.
Yeah. Help! Somebody! All the times to forget the restorative. Ugh. Thank you. I owe you my life. We were ambushed by the Serpent Reavers. Lightly armed as we are, we didn't stand a chance. I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taken to the Serpent's Tongue, I'm certain of it. I can make my own way back to camp, but I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them, I beg you.
Our chocobo mating dancing.
Sorry, Pixel, business before pleasure.
For a minute, Minda couldn't see me, but could see the shadow of the giant whale mount.
Oh, these guys are already dead. That's a shame. Nope, not the corpses. I want the enemies. There's so much going on.
That would probably have been more dramatic if I wasn't crouching on his head.
Yeah, teabag the corpse. What about the other two? There were 5, weren't there? We rescued one and picked up the corpses of 2. What about the other 2? I guess we're about to find out when we talk to Falkbrida.
I mean, the bodies were right next to the water. Maybe they washed away.
You returned, thank the Navigator. When I learned that you went to the Serpent's Tongue by yourself, I feared you would meet an untimely demise. But tell me, what became of the others? Dear gods! These wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does their savagery know no bounds? Enemies or no, they go too far. I dread to think what may have become of the 2 who remain unaccounted for. I pray that they haven't suffered the same evil fate.
The mating dance continues.
At the very least, one of my men came back alive, and for that I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear, but we have the intelligence we need. Even as we speak, the Admiral finalizes the details of the operation. The war horns will sound any moment now. Be ready to sally forth when they do. If you were a Death Knight in WoW, targeting the corpses would be helpful. You could turn them into zombies and throw them at the enemies. Wow. Da, 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 da. Well, she's upset. Thrice damned fishback bastards! I'll kill them slowly and then chase their rotten souls through all 7 hells. Peace, Commander. We are here for a purpose, and vengeance is not it. I want your mind on the task at hand, savvy? My apologies, Admiral. You may count on me to keep a clear head. Good. According to our sole surviving scout, the Sahagin and their thralls have already begun to amass at the Aetheryte in the depths of Sapsa. If we are to act, it must be now. The men are ready. We but await your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahagin have tightened security in and around the spawning grounds. A frontal assault is like to be met with fierce resistance. But we are not so artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take the Sapsa Aetheryte and eliminate the Sahagin priest presiding over the summoning. We are not here to kill them all. The Maelstrom shall engage and distract the Sahagin's legion of drowned pirates at the Serpent's Tongue. Commander, you have charge over this effort. Drowned is Leviathan tempering, right?
Correct.
Be mindful that the lay of the land there is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levy spearhead the assault and have subsequent units fan out to cover their flanks. At the selfsame moment, a diversionary squadron formed of galleons from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from offshore. If you're not here to kill them all, why are you sending Loreweaver in? In likewise, we Scions shall form smaller units in hopes of confusing the Sahagin defensive effort. Lore and Y'shtola. Oh, you're gonna send us in? You're gonna send us in together? Come on. The two of you are to make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversions should serve to thin the enemy's defenses, rendering your path less perilous. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwarranted attention. Thancred and Ugiri, your mission is to lure as many Sahagin as possible out of the spawning grounds. Having done so, take to your heels and circle round to join the infiltration unit of Y'shtola and Lore. When all has been set in motion, I myself shall cut a path to the Aetheryte, accompanied by Lady Minfilia, as was agreed. Well, don't let me keep you, friends. To battle! When last did we fight side by side, Lore? Too long ago, I warrant. But come, let us away. At least one of us is enthused about this partnership. Alright, is this a quest we should party up for?
Not quite yet.
Alright. I see a carbuncle flying through the air.
That'd be me.
The summoning ritual is taking place at the Beastman Aetheryte, deep within. Thither we must go. Obstructing our way is a multitude of checkpoints. It would be well advised to dispatch as many enemies as possible along the way, that we might avoid later interference. Let us take separate routes and merge before the Aetheryte, the better to confuse the enemy sentinels.
He went left, so I'm going right. Did they take different routes?
Where are the other Sahagins in this? Ah, there we go.
And here's the merge. That's actually kind of a satisfying result.
Oh wow, I'm actually taking damage.
There was something cool about like characters splitting up, taking different routes, and meeting up at the same time. I'm glad the game let us do that.
Yeah, pretty neat.
Do you know that axolotls are actually named after, I think it's an Aztec god?
Makes sense.
Specifically, I believe the god is Zerlotl rather than Axolotl, but...
Challenge log entry Bosom Buddies 1 is almost complete. Which one is that?
That's killing similarly leveled opponents with your chocobo.
Ah, cool.
Gives a nice chunk of experience to your chocobo.
Pray, do not concern yourself. 'Twas but a glancing blow. Don't worry, I wasn't concerned. Come, the Aetheryte is close at hand. Let us press on. Excuse me.
Ah, you and your Kismesis.
What?
You and your Kismesis.
Oh, please, this'll be an easy fight.
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Oh, you Geary? Or is that Thancred? No, that was Thancred with the knife.
Did I miss much?
Oh, what was that move? I want that move.
So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency.
Oh, this was the patch where they added ninjas into the game? Nice.
Not yet. This is 2 patches beforehand. This was the big sort of tease for Ninja.
Oh, that turned Yugiri on.
Yeah, Ninjas came in 2.4. This is 2.2.
To the Aetheryte.
You got it. Fucking Moogle noises. Wait, what classes you stole?
Conjurer.
Oh.
You'll forgive me my lateness.
Oh. Merlvin with a gun. Fair enough. So this sequence is just let's let the NPCs be badass then.
No complaints from me.
The Admiral's class is gun.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Long have you shriveled Soarwalkers, tormented our kind.
This voice is something out of an 80s He-Man cartoon.
But no more! Your time
Can't complain.
is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
Yeah, he's a poet, he didn't know it.
Oh, now is not the time, Heidelin.
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What? Such power! It is transcendent!
Nice, Merlvin. Not gonna work, though. Is he gonna take over another Sahagins body? Yep. Interesting.
7 hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal.
Well, we can kill you until you run out of bodies.
Mighty Leviathan,
Keep shooting, Merlvin.
born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance. I beseech you, come forth! Die, damn you!
Yeah, keep shooting until they run out of bodies, Merlvib. Don't just stand there and watch. Okay, thank you.
Foolish Shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Oh, here we go. Alright, everybody but me, run. Oh, Leviathan is so cool.
Hell yeah.
The Leviathan fight in Final Fantasy VII Remake was awesome.
Leviathan's very much one of my favourite summons in the entire franchise.
My being ebbs away. It should by right be infinite.
It's what you get for funneling your life source into an evil god.
Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
When you're a ball of ether, being around something that consumes ether to live is probably not the best.
Oh, it's just gonna fuck off. Alright.
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates.
He left 5 seconds ago. How has he already wrecked the fleet?
Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless...
I know. He's scared of me.
God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Oh, uh-oh. Best get to higher ground, I guess. Understand, I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to raze entire coastal settlements if his last attempt is any guide. We cannot suffer history to be repeated. Yet how in the seven hells are we to prevent it? Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in the open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, of that you may be sure, but Limlen herself would struggle to best the Lord of the Whirl in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and matchwood of us. We need another plan, that much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room.
I am just going to take a quick bio break.
Back to Limsa. That's a good opportunity for me to take a break as well. I will be back in a few minutes, guys.
I return from the abyss.
Every time I watch your stream, I get the same Papa John's ad where this girl eats all of the pepperoni off of a pizza and leaves the rest of it, and I hate it so much because she is a goddamn animal. Well, I hate to break it to you, but when I eat pepperoni pizza, most of the time I pick off all the pepperoni, eat it first, and then eat the pizza. So,
At least you don't abandon the rest of the pizza.
well, that's true.
I would. I also wouldn't eat the pepperoni. I just don't like pizza.
But why? Because I'm autistic. And I like to eat things in order. I've pissed off Minda.
I tend to eat things in various orders as well, but I don't like pizza because one of my autistic traits is I'm very sensitive to taste, and I don't like mixing flavors because it's like it's just sensory overload.
Yeah, I don't mix flavors much myself. There are a few exceptions. Pizza is one of them. Just because pizza's so goddamn delicious.
I don't even have gravy.
I don't use condiments on my food. I'll salt some of it, but
yeah, salt's about as far as I get.
No ketchup, no mustard, no relish. No mayonnaise, no gravy. You are expected in the command room. Pray, do not keep the Admiral waiting. I don't think I've ever had horseradish.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in Western
Lots of
London.
voice acting today. Nice.
Hearthstone, it was called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the Company of Heroes put him down before he could do too much damage.
One sec, be right back.
When the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye. The thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations.
So that means you'll respect me even more once I kill it, right?
If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The Primal must be stopped.
So, here's a question. Is it one-to-one where there's voice acting in Japanese and English, or is there a lot more voice acting in the Japanese version?
It's one-to-one.
Probably for programming's sake, because they'd have to call upon voice files at the same time.
Aye. You'll find that as the game goes along, voice acting becomes more and more common.
Could not close to within 100 yards of the Primal.
Like there's barely any of it in A Realm Reborn, but it is just everywhere in Endwalker.
Nice.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells. Is there no way that we might strike back?
Well, if you load me into a cannon and equip me with a floaty, I can see what I can do.
The company of heroes defeated Leviathan.
Just use thunder on the water and just look, all the fish and Leviathan just come rising to the top dead.
To consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Einzar Slafferson.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told.
Oh boy, another hour of fetch quests, alright.
If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
I mean, he's still got a big-ass fucking tail that he can smash ships with.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Be interesting fighting from
my lady.
the deck of a ship.
This is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. But I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals.
You might be surprised.
The question being,
we only need a little
do we
radiation
have a ship
poisoning
big
to get
enough
this
to
done.
bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed 2 ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Oh, much quicker, definitely.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
That line is fun to hear.
Which one?
Like, you seem to know a lot about this Pirate King. Like,
Now,
the acting in
from what I
Aroma
have
Born wasn't
gleaned of these
perfect, but
matters,
the way she
device will
says
need
that
to be in
line,
close and
you can hear the
constant
wink and nod.
proximity to the target. To which we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel.
So we've got to lash 3 ships together, is what you're saying.
Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
'Twill be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well.
I don't think the people writing this game studied how boats work in the slightest before writing this plotline.
Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafierson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
What was that look we
And
shared?
then there is the small matter of
That was the
staying
look of,
loose.
I know your
The
secret.
fate of Limsa Lominsa rests
It's
upon your
like,
shoulders
you're
once
very
again.
bad at hiding the
Go
secret.
well, warrior of light.
Have we met this guy before? Because I don't have any memory of him.
I think it's kind of you meet them a lot more if you do the starting quest of Limsa, and I think this may be like a holdover from that.
Ah, gotcha. There's a side quest you haven't done yet. Fair enough. Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legends tell us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I have come face to face with a primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so. What is it? A message, Admiral. I judged it best that it be delivered at once. I am listening, so out with it. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. Oh, what was the name of that guy? Oh.
Tractomb.
Tractomb, that guy, yep. One of the company of heroes? The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I am disinclined to put any store by this claim. And even should it be true, it is as Y'shtola said, none save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we do not know already? And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Oh, damn it all. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on this supposed Primal Slayer's claims. Lore, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness. Yep, more fetch quests. The man you are looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lenosia. The Storm Private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Not that. Quest, not map. to Costa del Sol, then. Because that's the closest aetheryte to it. Oh, wow, it is pouring here.
Yeah. I do not know why this weather specifically is referred to as showers, because I'm used to showers referring to lighter rain.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, this is not showers. This is,
torrential.
Torrential downpour. Oh my god. Is this? Is it? Is it Track Tomb again? It is Track Tomb again! Oh no. Now look here, you. You'll have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But sir, that's what you said before you had me pick those oranges for you, and before I mucked out the chocobo stables, and before I rolled that millstone over to the mill, and also before... Yeah, and back in his bondage gear and straw hat.
And leopard print.
And leopard print, yep. Gods, man, I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days! And do you hear me complaining?
Also cooking mittens.
I suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. Alright, I'll give you what you want. Never let it be said that old Track Tomb ain't a generous soul. Now prick up your ears, because I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting, you can? Aha! The tale of Track Tomb's epic victory over the dread primal Leviabetus. Diabetes. Now, Leviabetus is huge, make no mistake. To give you an idea how big, each of his scales is about as wide across as my members long. And that's no mean feat, let me tell you. Oh, no.
I did tell you about the Leviathan minion. Somebody asked him about Leviathan so that they can model the minion off of it, and he just sent them a picture of his dick, saying it was as long and girthy as that.
When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of me hands at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. What happened next? Transfer student shows up with even bigger bonkonagahoogs. Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots. But not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let me mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Mayhap too modest. Now there's some as say you can never truly beat Leviabetus, that you've got to learn to live with him and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though.
God damn it.
It's you! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention is all. I take back everything I said. I was never part of the company of heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm chocobo dung. No, I'm the maggots you find wriggling in chocobo dung. I have to lie to women to tumble 'em, and that don't happen much. Me member's tiny, it's pathetic. Oh, God. I sure as hells didn't fight Leviabetus, but I have seen him with me own eyes. 'Twas a fair few years back, when I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking me duties one day, loitering about the harbor, when I saw it. A great big massive sea serpent some malms off the coast, with a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I soiled myself right there and then. What? Oh, gods. Just remembering that day made me soil myself all over again. Oh, God.
I think it's time to leave.
I think it is definitely time to leave. Hey, wait. If you're here asking after Leviathan, it means you're planning to fight him, ain't you? Well, take care. He really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, you'll end up in his gullet or at the bottom of the sea. Why, you worthless, lying whoreson. I can't believe you made me handle Chocobo Dog. Yeah, kick him in the dick. But not too far back, or else you'll get shit all over your foot. No, come back. Kick him in the nads. You deserve it. As does he. Lord, this is Minfilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? I beg your pardon? Leviathan? I see. That is unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at the Morrowby dry docks. Pray, make your way here as soon as you are able.
While we're here, Lord, did I ever show you the NPCs that were hidden behind the building?
Maybe.
About, a Rogadin that was wooing 2 Huron women.
Wooing what?
2 Huron women.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, while we're here, follow me. Just to make sure you can track me easier, I'll invite you to a party. We're actually heading along the way towards the main scenario quest anyway, so certainly no hash details. That's a detail even.
I love how the wheels are still spinning and while it's flying. You can tell they didn't do much for animations.
It really depends on the mount. Okay, if you go behind this building and read the speech bubbles that pop up from the NPCs around it. Left side.
Why don't you find out? Oh, she's beckoning. She's into it.
Get a little closer and you'll hear what they say.
Oh, they're into him.
Wait, did the speech bubbles not pop up?
I saw, why don't you find out, and that's it.
If you move away and then move back, you should trigger him.
And your gilded scepters, is it true what they say about sea wolves? Hey, they're into you, dude. Power to you. Have a threesome. Power to you, dude. All right.
Yeah, I love the little details like that.
I see one ship in the dock. I'm told your jaunt to the Grey Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies, lass. I'll wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though. But enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the Whirl Eater I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonsage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention also that she is nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. Well, you just tempted fate, dude! The Whirl Eater and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give the word, and we shall bear you to Leviathan. Alright, it's now party time? Ah, I know that look. You are ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the Whirl Eater may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She has been fitted with what our friends at Naldic and Vimeles are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. Alright, well, everybody in chat who wants to join in, log into the game and come to the Exodus server. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. And Danny, if you could make me the party leader, I would appreciate it.
Absolutely, as soon as the cutscene's over.
It is expected that the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred and Y'shtola, I would have you assist in this effort. If it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sapsa, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Thancred and Y'shtola, if you would join the 3rd levy, and Lady Ugiri the 5th. But what words have I for the woman who has made a sport of slaying gods? You can start with thank you. Only these. Go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of mine own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Lore. May the crystal bless and keep you. Whirl Eater hard, now accessible.
Okay, you have been promoted.
Beautiful.
I am purple once more.
Alright, Sanct Ferrum, Count Bob, you want in? Oh, Raphael Favinko is Sanct Ferrum, I believe. Looks like they're about to transfer over to Exodus.
Oh, no Sanct Ferrum then.
Oh, no Sanct Ferrum, yeah. Oh, that's Count Bob, not Sanct Ferrum, okay. I love the fat chocobo mount. Alright, so Melena's a healer. Minda and Danny are tanks, and I'm DPS. Exodus, Count Bob. Are you on my friends list? Are you Balthazar Souther? You are. Okay, cool. So you can be healer or DPS.
Fat chocobo knows noodles.
Aw. In order to build the War Leader, we had to decommission 2 perfectly serviceable galleons. Suffice it to say, their captains weren't best pleased with the notion. But when I offered them the chance to keep their ships and face Leviathan in our stead, they magnanimously withdrew their complaints. We must all make sacrifices for the greater good, they said.
Oh, this isn't fair. Well, would you rather fight a god?
To complete the twin vessel in so short a time, and with limited materials, the people of Naldek and Vamelis have won an I'm getting so tongue-tied today. An admirer in me.
You got me tongue-tied, 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 whenever you are near me.
When first Master Einzar proposed the twin vessel, I must confess that I had my doubts. Only now that the War Leader is complete do I see the elegance of this solution. Well, you're ready to join the party. Friends list.
Have you ever seen Red Dwarf?
I have not.
Oh, it's
I've heard it's really good.
Classic British comedy.
Yeah, I've heard it's really good.
Well recommended.
Oh, right. The War Eater, hard. It'll be a public party, so we can't really do anything special. The Sahagin, reviled beast tribe native to the Indigo Deep, have succeeded in summoning forth their voracious god, the primal Leviathan. Should the mighty serpent be allowed to unleash a tidal wave, the entire city of Limsa Lamenta will be swept into the sea. Faced with watery oblivion, the leaders of the Maelstrom have conceived a desperate plan. By lashing together 2 warships and filling their holds with corrupted crystals, they hope to pierce the Lord of the World's defenses and give a chosen few the chance to dispatch the Primal with courage and steel. The War Eater sits in the bay with her towing vessel, the Triumph, awaiting but the command to cast off. Danny's and your Chocobo are the same size, but Danny's cabbage is way bigger because he's a taller character. That is kind of weird.
I thought the cabbage size was just because mine's the quote-unquote original Fat Chocobo.
Oh, we immediately got it. Alright.
Minda, do you want head or would you rather get tail? I'm not going to rephrase that.
Minda will take the tail.
Cool.
I only see one ship. Oh, it's got a shield up. All right. Oh, it's firing back. With terrible aim. Yeah, this is only one ship towing the platform.
The platform itself is built out of 2 ships.
Oh.
He looks fantastic in this game.
Yeah, he's really cool. I like how he looks in Remake better, but that's just because I like the brighter colors on him.
My favourite appearance is the teal and purple one from 9. But my favourite attack animation is the one in 8 where he creates the steps and then turns into a flow of water that just travels down him. Okay.
Well, this isn't very active music. I wonder if there's a second phase to the music like there is with Titan. Whoa!
Okay, Law, you need to attack the head. If you attack the tail with magic, it reflects damage back.
Gotcha. Well, I've been attacking the head, so no worries.
Cool. Meanwhile, if you're a ranged character, like you know, bard, machinist, etc., it's the other way around.
Gyre Spume. Should I worry about that?
Yes, they are draining energy from the energy converter. Okay. Converter puts the shield up, and as long as we've got enough energy for it.
Here we go. Here's the music. Wow! Holy shit.
In the extreme version, when he does that big attack, he breaks the walls.
Oh, and you can get knocked off?
Yep.
We're not going to have the time to listen to this track. Okay, please let there be more fight than that. No, he's gone? That was it? That was disappointing.
There's more. There would have been more fight, but we're a bit overgeared, aren't we? Well, at least a lot of the members that joined us were.
Alright, where are we hanging out?
An island over this way.
There is an island over this way, yeah.
Yeah,
I like how everything's blowing in the breeze.
Yeah, including your outfits.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah. Give it a listen. It was cut tragically short. Yeah, if someone could DM me the full version of that track.
Can do.
Hey, Hammy Ham, how's it going? Oh, St. Ferrum linked it to me. Cool.
That'd be an alright one. How is... Just uploading it now. No? How's this one?
Looks good to me. Awesome. Do 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 do. All right, back to Limsa.
Yeah, we'll have to see about doing a
Minimum item level?
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Once we get out of a Realm Reborn, we should get we should get more engaging fights.
Good.
I think that like Realm Reborn might have just item level sinks that are higher than there should be. Wait, what?
What? What?
This is one of the auto chats apparently.
What is? I seem to
I've
have
just put it-
misplaced my keyboard. Huh.
Why is that on auto translate? How do you misplace a keyboard? How do you
Well-
get in the game without your keyboard?
Well, it could just be malfunctioning.
Well, it's just misplaced.
Remind me how much it costs per month to make you play a game. Probably can't afford it for another month, but I might have some spare cash in the future. It depends. Oh yeah, controller as well. It's how you could be doing it without a keyboard.
True.
You get to pay $40 to $80 to get 4 to 8 hours of game per month. Currently have 6 of the slots taken, so there's 2 left. Obligatory plug of my Patreon, which can be found in the description of the YouTube video. Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it best to refrain from making conversation during your past few visits, but today I will permit myself a few words. I feel truly privileged to have had the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You are an inspiration to us all, madam. And on that note, hell yeah, thank you for the appreciation. The Admiral awaits you in the command room. Wink.
Is he
Wink.
flirting with me?
Is she waiting to fuck me?
Either that or Xanthiel's got a crush on me.
Oh, he's definitely got a crush on me.
Xanthiel, new bisexual icon.
40 sounds more within my price range. Awesome.
Oh, talk to Thancred.
We Lominsons are
Oh, too
sworn
late.
to strive.
Another notch on the belt, is it? Well done, my friend. Where I had God dare say I'd be trembling, I would tremble at your summoning.
That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks.
Also, even if you could only pledge a couple of dollars on my Patreon, I would appreciate it. I make about $600 to $700 a month, period, total for all my income. So every little bit helps. Remind me, Laura, I have a minion for you. Ooh, okay.
'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution, whatever else he may have been. 'Tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Just looks away and whistles.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
Is Ninja a standalone class, or is it what Rogue turns into?
It's what Rogue turns into, in a reference to the way that Thief became Ninja in Final Fantasy I. But it never forgets its rogue roots either.
So if she introduces ninjahood to Eorzea, how does the game square that with you getting to be a ninja well before this point in the plot?
She is not your instructor as a ninja.
Well, yes, but I'm saying, like, if she introduces the art to Eorzea, which does not have it yet.
Yeah,
how can you become a ninja at level 30?
There's like I said, she's not your instructor, so there's a different reason as to how you learn it.
So she's not the one who introduces it to Eorzea, it's already here.
Yeah, but in a much more limited capacity.
The ninja storyline is a whole other thing explaining how you get it. Fair enough.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think.
There's a wink and nod to that idea.
Agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
The ninja storyline acknowledges it one way or the other if you've met Yugiri by the time you pick it up. That's cool.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm
yeah,
a man
this
of many talents.
As I said, it isn't until 2 more patches that they introduced the ninja, so they knew that this was here in order to reference it.
Though you may labour to believe it,
And work with it.
Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
You stole her! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
Man, that was everything except for doxing.
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are,
He tried to pickpicket Alphino's grandpa.
Yet I'll not have it said that we turned
Yep.
a blind eye to your
That's
suffering.
basically when
Until such time
Lewis
as
Wow
we
was
can
like,
do more,
I like
I
you.
pledge to send
Come join me.
provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment. But if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
You wished a word in private.
Oh? What do these two have to talk about?
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'shtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
Yeah, you're not going to make
As
any
must
headway
we
here,
all,
Y'shtola.
Stay the course then.
They're
know that
both
it will
reasonable
lead to no
arguments,
good end.
really.
Yeah, definitely.
Only we could find a middle ground.
Well, there's really no middle ground to be had. You either negotiate peace or you don't.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
I like her eyes.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea.
Melvibs.
If we are to
Yes.
keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
What does that give me? Durability draught. Cool.
I believe it's draft.
Oh yeah, it totally is, isn't it?
Oh god, we are assembling Power Rangers.
There's a troop of Power Rangers waiting for you outside the cutscene. Cool.
Well, one of them just vanished. Balthazar was here in red.
Nice.
I am. I once did the loopy leaping Dragoon Rangers.
Ha.
I was the Pink Ranger.
Of course. Santhael has orders to point you in the direction of the Lominsan underworld. The Admiral has informed me of the arrangement. I have in my keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Yugiri. To the south stands a gate leading to a pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous Huron man there, and present the letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I am obliged to remind you that the members of the fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadows of Lominsan society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than Mithro. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only so far into their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here is the letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. Hey, there's a Red Ranger.
We're gonna have to pick colours and get ourselves that stuff as well.
Oh yeah, the pet from Bob. Fledgling Dodo. Cool.
The pet from Bob. Bob's pet. The pet specifically designed to give to Loreweaver. That pet.
Nice. Alright, I think that's a good stopping point for the day. Unless there's something that's about to happen.
You are one quest away from completing the patch.
Oh, well, let's do that then.
Yeah, the last quest of the patch is called Through the Maelstrom. They usually name the last quest after the patch itself.
Having a stream or two where we do just PvP for a while to get Laura Power Ranger outfit could be funny. I don't think I would have fun doing that.
It's a thing. We really should have just teleported to the Fisherman's Guild.
Got business with you, adventurer. You seem pretty conspicuous to me. So you're the woman the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred, too. Been a while since I saw his shite-eating grin. But what with all the doe-eyed wenches about, I suspect he's got his hands full. Nope, Yuguri's going to make an honest man out of him. Ah, you must be the Far Easterner, what Merlvib says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, milady. I am Yuguri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. Oh, honor is not what you're experiencing right now, Yuguri. I must confess, when first I learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa's a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose. I see. Know that the practitioners of my art, too, are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There is much we might learn from one another, I think. Then what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you'd come with us, Yuguri of Do-What's-It, we can get acquainted in more private surrounds. That didn't come out right, did it? Sure didn't. Lady Lore, I shall remain with these people for a time, that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Oh, I bet the ninja quests take you to her after level 50. It's a level 50 weapon coffer. I think I've got an eye level 120 weapon, so that eye level 90 weapon coffer is useless. At least for this class.
Yeah. Oh, it's better than my axe, though.
Much and more has occurred since first I beheld Eorzea from the galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you over long. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. Pray return to the Rising Stones.
And we can actually use return. Woo!
We just initiated return at the same millisecond. Oh, nope, you went a little early.
You went a little early on mine. So, I think we actually did get the same millisecond. It's just latency.
Yeah. Da, 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 da. It was the same for both of you on my screen. Awesome.
The NPCs have changed.
I was just about to check. In my native land, there exist individuals not unlike these adventurers. Yet, without a master to serve, how does one know the path that one must walk? Self-determination, my friend. You should try it sometime. I have been tasked with helping out in the kitchen. Once I have grown accustomed to my duties, I hope to treat our hosts to traditional Doman cuisine. An adventurer bends not to authority, but lives and acts according to his own beliefs. He is the master of his own destiny. Yeah, you tell him.
Yeah.
And give me your hat while you're at it. The Rising Stones. What a peculiar name for a sanctuary. Hey, Tataru, how'd you like being in charge for a while? On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Rising Stones. With your cooperation, we hope to grow rich and transform this place into the piling gold. Hee. Oh, Lore, forgive me, but I must see to the Doman's needs. History is our friend, young one. The answers to the problems of the present are oft to be found within the past. We need but seek them out. What if you wanted to solve a problem that's already happened, like the Garleans destroying Doma? Well, time travel is dangerous, so I wouldn't recommend it. You do flatter me, dear, and I do believe you have had a bit too much to drink. Oh, is he hitting on her again? Some 15 years ago, a mission took me to Ul'dah. 'Twas then that I first chanced to gaze upon your beauty. I was utterly transfixed. I dared not blink lest I deprive myself of even a split second of your radiance. Good luck, man. What in the seven hells are you doing up there? Get down here before you fall and break your neck. Papalimo, I realize that the box is twice the height of a Lalafell, but he's like 4 feet up. He'll be fine. Don't mind Papalimo. He's making a fuss over nothing as usual. Yozan's sense of balance is amazing for a boy his age. I wonder how he got so good. You think this is impressive? In Doma, we train to run in the treetops. Yeah, seriously. Okay, maybe he's 7 feet up, but still. That's not that high, Papalimo. Calm down.
You missed Tory Boulder. He's behind Ida.
Ah, there he is. He's hiding. Some of the Domans wanted to learn how to fight, and it's fallen to me to oversee their training. First, I need to find suitable equipment for everyone. Excuse me.
We've helped the refugees and grown ourselves as well.
I didn't experience any personal growth. I just killed some shit.
I meant the scions grew.
Ah, gotcha.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me.
Sure, what'd you figure out?
When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul.
Yeah, this is some creepy shit.
But never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy.
But neither of us is going to take advantage of that. Right. Minfilia.
It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed.
We just need to kill them and then summon a primal at them.
There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder. Could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long.
Hey, speak of the devil. And his pointy ears appear.
Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
Like, laid to waste or sunk into the sea? There's a couple ways I could take what you just said.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be.
Teferi phased it out.
'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
Well, 11 preserve. One of us serves a god that only destroys.
It's fine. Biogot builds it back up.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
Oh, shut up.
I mean, I don't like hearing him talk, but I like hearing Cam Clark talk.
Oh. He's dissatisfied. Oh, he's got villain lighting now.
It is done, my lord. I... Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
He's asleep, man. Revolution? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh, item level 110. Nice. Crit and direct hit rate. Why are the Glowman Noct earrings identical? I mean, I'll take one. Revolution. Keep it unlocked through the maelstrom.
Yep, you have completed patch 2.2.
Nice.
By the way, each patch has a trailer. Would you like me to link you them after you've done each patch?
Sure.
Cool.
Alright, well, I think ending 2.2 is a good stopping point for the day. We will pick it up next Saturday with the start of 2.3. We're going to focus in on the MSQ for a while. Yeah, good. Danny, Melina asks if you can put it in stream chat on Discord.
Sure. Can do.
But yeah, next Final Fantasy XIV will be Saturday, as usual. Tomorrow is going to be Disco Elysium for 4 hours for a patron. And then Monday will be Final Fantasy VI for a patron. And then Tuesday will be Metal Gear Solid 2 for a patron. So we've got a few days more patron stuff to go. After that, we'll probably play Final Fantasy IX for a couple of days. And then Pokemon Scarlet comes out on the 18th. So we'll be focusing in on that aside from Saturday. But for now, that'll be it. Thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.
Ciao for now.